So when he threw that pitch to hit Pete Lecoq, I wonder if it had some heat on it or it was a soft one.
I don't think Bob Gibson threw anything soft.
Yeah,
No.
even in an old timers game, I think he still wanted to bruise him.
Yeah.
He didn't want him to forget. That's funny. You would have enjoyed our show last week, our nickname show. Well, I texted you about it.
Yeah.
That was fun. I like it without an opening commercial. That was a lot better.
Oh, when Revere Rides runs out,
It's out.
okay, I'm going to get you with my daughter-in-law. She's doing a senior consulting business now. She's a nurse, more than a nurse. And she does a lot with seniors about what they need to do, do they need to go to assisted living. She doesn't represent anybody, independent consultant.
Yeah.
So I will pay y'all for that.
All right. Tell her to write herself a commercial.
All right. Here's the train up.
I had a 45 of Ring of Fire.
Oh, do you really?
I did.
Oh.
Kevin was dating this girl for a while, and she loved Johnny Cash, and I gave it to her because I didn't have anything else to give her. And I'm so pissed about that.
Yeah. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire. The ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet.
Ba-bum, 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 ba.
When hearts like ours meet.
Ba-bum, 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 ba.
Bound by wild desire.
Ba-bum, 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 ba.
We fell into a ring of fire.
I learned something about another one of his songs the other day.
Burning ring of fire.
Winnemucca.
Okay.
Winnemucca is the start of I've Been Everywhere. I was traveling up
everywhere,
the dusty
man.
Winnemucca Road. Winnemucca was a Native American princess, and she did a lot of deals with Whitey, and so she's viewed differently depending on who's writing the story.
Yeah.
But she was the son of Chief Truckee.
Oh,
So,
Truckee River in California?
Truckee, California, which Winnemucca and Truckee are, too awful. But it was like, you always wonder how things get. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Chief Truckee and his daughter Winnemucca.
Well, the boy named Sue, where he's half talking and half doing it. They were not supposed to record that.
Right.
That was the first time he'd ever performed it, or even really sang it through in person.
Yeah.
So he was just kind of talking through it and like that, and it just came out so well.
I use that in My Girl Bill. I love that song.
So many times, the stuff that they do in the studio that is not intended. What's the? Isn't it ELO? Bruce.
Yeah.
That was only a timing mechanism for them in the song. The guy told him, "Well, that's not going to be in there. It makes no sense." But Bruce.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Yeah, kicking and the gouging and the mud and the blood and the beer. Love a boy named Sue.
One part at a time.
Chip texted me right before the show started. I fell into a ring of fire. Down, 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 but the flames were up high. And it burned. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Miller's Ale House on a wonderful, beautiful Wednesday night. It's 7 o'clock, and it's time for the Owl Show. Can I get a big hooty-hoo?
Hoo-hoo.
All right. My name's Chuck Burrs, along with my co-host, Mr. Robert Kenny. Robert, how are you?
I'm better when Larry's microphone isn't left unintended.
Yes.
He's got to stay there.
Yeah. Don't leave us, Larry. Don't leave us hanging. All right, so we're here to talk about some Owl sports. Been a good week for the Owls, and we have our favorite Maynard G. Krebs with us tonight to talk to us a little bit about what's going on. Well, also, I know what else you're going to talk to us about, but I want to hear a little bit about the Doc Martin tournament, too.
Well, I can talk about that, but I wasn't there.
Okay.
So anyway, but I can talk about it.
All right.
All right. So this week in Owl Sports, baseball took a trip to Dallas, Texas, and that's the last we'll say about that.
Dang Baptists.
Those Baptists, I swear.
But conference tournament coming up Monday and Tuesday, right?
Well, yeah, and we play Middle Tennessee State here at Walter Kelly Field on the Marietta campus Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday night. So those are the last three regular season games for us, and the last three games that will be played at Walter Kelly Field for a while. So.
Yeah, so that's funny. So they play a weekend series and they go immediately into the tournament the next day.
I think the tournament's a week from today.
Yeah.
So
it was
couple
golf.
days off.
It was golf that was Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
Baseball starts Wednesday.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, baseball. Donovan Cash hit 2 3-run home runs last night to set the school RBI standard. And we beat the boys from Statesboro 6-4. Always a good day on that. Sorry, Chuck.
So he's got the record, and he's got 3 games to add as much to it. Plus, I guess conference tournament will count it for that.
So he has the home run record. I think he has the hits record. He has the RBI record now. So Donovan Cash, or Donnie Cash as they like to call him.
Donnie Cash
is doing quite well. And
did he have a bat of fire?
He did last night,
yeah,
so it was great. So our track team was in a couple of tournaments, track meets this last weekend. They won a few events. The men's 4x100 team won, so we need to come up with a name for them. I don't know whether they're called. Anyway, y'all come up with a name. Well, y'all are better at nicknames than I am.
So. It's the 4x100.
Yeah. So. We had a golfer in the NCAA Auburn Regional. He went there as an individual since he won the Conference USA tournament, Clace Beauregard. And Clace won among the individuals that were there. So he will go to the national championships as an individual in Carlsbad, California. So
and those are Monday and Tuesday.
Those are Monday and Tuesday. Clace will be out there with Brian Odom, our golf coach, and that'll be great. So he has had a tremendous year. So the 2 things I wanted to talk about were the school had the Doc Martin golf tournament yesterday, and I think it was well attended, and I think they raised some money.
It was Monday, right? It wasn't yesterday.
Yeah, it was Monday. So
I know the weather was kind of iffy.
It was kind of iffy, but I was at another tournament at Dogwood Golf Club, and it was perfect down there. So because we pray. Because I am Baptist, so
and those people up in
but you're a
Ackworth,
good
they
Baptist.
don't.
You're not like one of those Dallas Baptists.
Yeah. So, but I guess one of the other things that will be announced later this week, if you believe things you read on Twitter, is that the school has entered into an agreement with ViStar Credit Union to be the basketball arena sponsor. And that is a 10-year deal worth $4 million, which will go to the athletic department, which is always good that somebody invests in the athletic department.
And that's supposed to be paid annually, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it'll still be the Convocation Center. It's just the inside will be called
the basketball arena.
Okay.
So, or the ViStar Arena. So, what really makes me question is when our young ladies on the volleyball team are playing in there. Will it still be called the ViStar Arena? So we'll have to figure that out. Just some loose ends to figure out. But thank you to ViStar for investing $4 million in KSU athletics.
That's a good thing.
So that's what I have for this week in sports. We had 14 KSU athletes that finished a leadership program at Chick-fil-A that the school had put on, and that's a great thing. We're invested in our student athletes. It's good to have a former student athlete and a former cheerleader here in the audience
Cole?
tonight. Thank you,
With
Cole
their,
and Allison.
with their brood of
yes, with
The
their
brood of two.
Yes, Ray and Rex. So it's always good to have the Lodens here.
Ray, and Rex. Good to see
Yep.
them.
So,
Good to see everybody. All right. Well, we got some special guests coming up next. A couple of girls from the volleyball team, couple of freshmen. Thank you, Carrot, for coming on and
All
getting
right.
us involved. We're going to do a couple of commercials, and we'll get our volleyball girls on.
Joshua Smith and his wife Tammy are both graduates of Kennesaw State College. He's been practicing law for 24 years, specializing in sports and entertainment law while continuing in criminal defense, civil litigation, juvenile and personal injury law. And he's ready to represent you all the way from your small town to the Supreme Court and any appellate court in between. With all the new rules regarding NIL and cash payments to athletes, they are placing a new emphasis on Kennesaw State University student athletics to help our student athletes better navigate some of the bigger issues that have tripped up so many. Give them a call tomorrow at 706-217-2095. That's right, 706-217-2095.
There are a lot of places to get your oil changed in the Kennesaw area, but if you're looking for a personal experience, then stop in at Castrol Kennesaw Express Lube or Lost Mountain Express Lube. We'll always do our very best to get you in and out quickly, safely, and without a whole lot of fuss. We're a true owner-operated business where you'll find Brian under a car or hood at one of the shops. We offer experienced, knowledgeable technicians and the latest computer software to help you maintain your new car warranty and keep your pride and joy running for the next 100,000 miles. We proudly offer
Castrol products.
And we thank you, Brian and Joshua and Tammy, for being sponsors of the Owl Show. And very excited, Robert. How about you?
I'm always excited. Can't you tell?
Robert, the always excited Robert Kenny. I like.
Always excited.
I'll
Always
go with
excited.
that. So we've got a couple of volleyball guests on tonight, and we're going to bring one of them on tonight, Miss Ava Garner, if you would. Ava. How about a hootie hoo for Ava? Johnny Cash. Yeah. Only if you want to hear.
Okay,
But
Get right
stay
up next
close.
to the mic. Yeah.
super close.
How are you, Ava?
I'm good. How are y'all?
We're good.
We have great expectations from you because after talking to Coach Keith today, he just said, these girls are so full of personality.
Although,
That's us,
let me
that's
throw
us.
her under the bus right now because when I was turning the light on, you were cackling uncontrollably, and I thought, they're over there making fun of me because I'm short and I got short arms and I can't reach, and they're all thinking we could have done that way easier.
No, she's making fun of me because I was trying to scan the QR code, but I don't. So
Well,
they're making fun of me, not you. Don't
Okay,
worry.
well that's good because you were laughing uncontrollably. You were the one I saw. So
Sorry.
let me ask you this question. Being a local and there's not a lot of locals, especially on the volleyball team,
Right.
although volleyball golf never has locals. If you were driving down the road in a little Corvette 2-seater,
Right.
and
Those NIL deals,
yeah, with all the NIL money
Right.
that you're getting,
Right.
and you saw two people on the side of the road, and they were looking for a lift. And one was wearing a North Cobb shirt, and the other one was wearing an Altoona shirt. Would you pick either of them up?
No.
Splash mud on them?
I'd smile and wave and drive by.
Just
Look
keep
at you.
Blasting Johnny Cash.
blasting
Blasting
cash.
yes.
I've been everywhere. That's a good one.
That one's good.
As you're leaving people on the side of the road.
Right.
I've been everywhere is
Yeah.
a good one.
Just picking up. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us how you got involved in volleyball. How old were you when you started playing?
I think I was 12, and I tried it for the basketball team in 5th grade, didn't make that team. And then I tried it for the volleyball team. They told me the only reason I made it was because I was tall. So then I just stuck with it ever since.
Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah.
Did you play any other sports or
I played basketball, and then I ran track for a little bit, but I
at
didn't
North
have.
Cobb Christian?
Yes, I didn't have a good run with track at
Yeah.
all.
Long legs did not
No.
make you a fast runner.
No, I ran hurdles, and I fell about every time I raced. So I
We
had
had,
to
a
quit.
hurdler, we had a hurdler on last week on the show.
Yes, we did.
Really?
Gentleman from Columbus.
Yeah. Yep. Somebody on the KSU track team. What do you like about volleyball? Other than you being tall and you get to smash the ball in.
And the coach. We know you
Yeah,
like the coach.
I just
Coach
love
is
the
great.
team aspect. Like, I just love working together as a team. Like, it's not an individual thing. You get to celebrate your wins as a team, which is I feel like it's hard to come across in sports, so it's definitely fun to do.
Yeah. What made you want to come to Kennesaw State? Because, like Robert said, a lot of the girls come from other places. We've got one from Louisville. We've got other people from everywhere, but
Louisville. It's pronounced Louisville.
Louisville. One of the we'll get the correct pronunciation.
Oh yeah, don't worry. I got this one down. All those Kentucky people love Louisville.
Kaylee's not very happy about that, but we'll figure it out.
She is not.
So, did you get offers from other schools, or?
I did, but when I came to Kennesaw State, I just knew it was right for me. I committed the next day.
Really?
Yeah, I called Coach Keith. I was like, I'm coming, but I just loved it here. Like, it just felt like I was at home. Coach Keith really connected with me on my visit, and I really enjoyed the time.
So was there, I'm guess, rejoicing in your with your parents that you
That
did
you were
not
staying
go
close
for?
to home?
Very happy. They were very excited. I only live about like 30 minutes away from here, so pretty close. I
So
go
you
home
had
a
a
good
decent
bit.
drive to high school then.
Well, I used to live in Ackworth, and it was
Oh.
like a 10-15 minute drive. And then when I went to college, they moved to Carterville.
That's where I live.
Really? Fun.
So
Y'all could be neighbors.
But they did tell you where they were moving, because sometimes kids move to college and you know people move, but they don't.
We'll
Yeah.
say see ya.
They did tell me, fortunately. So
That's good.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So, what other sports do you like besides volleyball?
I love basketball. If I could play another sport, it'd definitely be basketball.
Yeah.
It's very fast paced, like high energy. I just love it.
Have you been to many games of other sports since you've been here?
I've been to a good bit of basketball games and baseball games, but that's about it. I didn't ever get to a football game, unfortunately.
Is that men's and women's basketball?
Yes, I've been to both.
Okay.
And we just renamed the court or the inside of the convocation center. You didn't hear about that? Were you not paying attention to Carrick when he was on here?
No, I
He
didn't.
was
No,
up
they
here
were-
talking about you.
Uh-oh.
They just got a $4 million deal
Wow.
to name the convo center. Not sci-fi, was it?
That's what I was looking up.
Yeah.
You're going to ask me.
So he said, we know it's for basketball. Will it also be that same name for volleyball? So that place rocks when there's a good volleyball match going on.
ViStar.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting name.
Yeah.
yeah.
I wonder where they got that from.
It's a
I'm sure it's
health facility, right?
sure.
No, it's a bank. Hey, Carrick. Carrick's not paying attention.
ViStar, a rapidly growing credit union based in
Same
Florida
bank.
with newly established ties to Georgia.
There you go.
Awesome.
So ViStar, you'll be playing in the ViStar Arena inside the Convocation Center.
That's correct.
Does that
Fun.
sound right?
But we don't know if the name rights apply to volleyball, but we're thinking it probably does.
Probably. Hopefully.
So what's your favorite about volleyball? You're a setter, right?
No, I'm a middle blocker.
Yeah. So remember you guys are 5'11" feet. That's about average height for a volleyball player.
I'd say so, yeah, probably.
All right, go ahead if you say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the expert here.
Volleyball, you are. There's three.
No, you are the
You
expert.
are the expert. I
Right.
agree with that.
Okay.
What was the one girl, the very first volleyball player we had on?
She was from
Haley.
Fairhope.
Haley Patterson?
No.
She's
No.
from Mobile.
Correct,
No,
but
but
there's the original
somebody
one.
before that.
She's like considered, I think,
And
the
her younger sister
best
too.
volleyball.
Oh, Lauren Chastain.
That's the one.
Yeah, yeah. So she was one of our first guests
Yeah.
and our very first volleyball guest.
Definitely.
Wow.
We actually had her high school coach call in
Oh, that's funny.
on the show. It was really cool. Yeah.
So now, because you're so close with
Yeah.
your school, has coach, is it the same coach? I mean,
Yes.
there's been no turnover in the
No,
last
there
year or
hasn't
anything.
been.
So have you gone to talk to the girls or any of that kind of stuff?
Not really, no. I mean, a couple of them came to our games this past season. I mean, if I'm being honest, I really haven't gone back to my high school that much this year.
That's what Steely Dan did. I've never done that.
Right, yeah.
So as the one and you're all of a sudden a grizzled worldly junior, you know,
Yeah.
you might decide to kind of walk back in there, and it's kind of cool when
Yeah.
people are thinking, "Wow, I could go there too."
For sure. Yeah.
What are the best high school places you've played?
Ooh, probably Mount Perrin. That was my school. I did friends there. So I didn't play. I honestly don't know. Honestly, Mount Perrin is probably just. I love Mount Perrin. Like, I love playing them. It was always a good game.
It's right over on Stylesboro
It
and
is, yeah.
Barrett, right? Yeah, you can see it from the road over there.
You know, but you just said you loved your rival school many times, so make sure you throw North Cobb Christian a few bones and how much you love them as well.
Right. I love North Cobb Christian. I loved it. It was great. Great.
But now you went there your entire life.
No, I didn't. I went to Excel Christian Academy for elementary school from kindergarten to 4th grade. And then we ended up going to North Cobb Christian from 5th to 12th.
So when you did the basketball tryouts and first tried out for volleyball, that's all been with North Cobb Christian?
Yes, yes.
And were you in a, what do we call that? It's not team or league, it's called...
Club?
Club.
Yes, I did. I played club volleyball at 575
Okay.
in Woodstock.
So have you ever, you and your two running mates tonight, have you guys ever gone up to Emerson and tried to hustle some people?
To play where? At Kennesaw?
In Emerson at Lake Point.
Yeah.
Have you ever gone up there and just showed up on a
Not really, no.
on a Saturday?
I coached at Tsunami down the road, so I was down there a good bit for tournaments. But I mean, not on a random Saturday. I never went to Lake Point and.
Oh, we like to play the game. We don't know much about it.
Yeah. Do you like the aspect of it?
Coaching Tsunami. Oh, I love it. I love coaching. Like the girls that I coach had a good group of girls. Super fun. They're always willing to learn. So I mean, it's my coaching, but they really made it a good experience. So I'll definitely continue doing it for a while.
That's good volleyball player.
It would be cool for sure, and having a good attitude. If you're not coachable, no attitude, you're not going to go very far.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I would have said can jump out of the gym and start with.
Sure.
But doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it hurt,
But you need the other.
other stuff definitely helps your play. So.
Short voice in volleyball. And
The black jersey.
Yeah.
Cole.
Caroline Cole.
Cole was here. She
Yeah.
was a
Actually.
black jersey for a few games last year for the injury.
Was
Yes.
the one before Anthony Dennis or something like that?
Dennis.
Shelby.
Yeah,
Shelby.
but names-
Yeah. So we've had a great relationship with the volleyball team.
Yeah.
Coach Chunsel has been very, very good to us. We're very fortunate to take it stand on the court for a basketball game. And I ran into a coach on the tarmac, and he said, "So how do I get good seats like that?" I said, "I
Right.
guess you got to know the right."
You gotta know something. So now, when you first approached to come here, did they have this summer's trip? Did they mention that to you?
Like when I came on my visit.
Yeah.
Oh no, I don't remember. I mean, he could have said something about it, but I honestly don't remember it. But when the summer before I came here is when they were like, "You got to raise money and all this stuff." So, hammer down right before I came here, or this last fall.
And
I'm
ready?
very excited. I've never been out of the country before, so it'll be exciting. And we have Manu to help guide us. So,
Oh, geez.
Lord help everybody. Manu's in charge.
Lord.
out of everyone to be local from that the country, Manu's just
Hey, get somebody who's born and raised in the Netherlands.
Right.
They know what to do when they
yeah,
grow up.
right.
Yeah. The first girl we had on were Caroline, a couple other people. I can't remember. Coco.
Maggie. I think Maggie's on the
They were virtual. There were two of them
Lord.
sang at it. And
That's
then
hilarious.
we had everybody's answer was Manu.
Right.
Yeah.
Manu for this, Manu for that.
Well, if you're going to be a lawyer, who would you not represent? If you were trapped in a jungle, who would you like? Manu. It was like a crazy question
Yeah.
we come up with. Everybody wanted.
Yeah, Manu's character.
And Coco, right? They was trying to. couldn't
Coco was
swim,
on originally,
and
and
she
then
couldn't swim.
That's a funny story.
And Manu was stealing the raft from her.
Yep.
Yeah, the
Yep.
little noodles or
Yep.
whatever it was.
Yeah, that's a funny story for sure. Heard about that one.
But you weren't there. That was pre you.
Me.
So, Coach said he always does different bonding types of So,
Yeah.
have you had a volleyball bonding experience with whether it be camping or at the lake or something like
the
that?
lake and camping are two big ones. Sometimes we'll just go over to his house, have dinner, play some games. I mean, that's mainly it. Like, we'll just get together. Like today, after our practice, we stayed at Tsunami. Do y'all know Sterling? Mm-hmm. Yeah, he came. He did a fun game with us and did like a presentation. So,
Sterling Brett.
Yes. So just stuff like that, little things. Sometimes our team, they're on our own and different things. So we keep us.
And what's it like? I know Coach's life has incredible history with game, your team, player, all that other stuff. So it's kind of cool when you're listening to him. He knows a little bit about it, and then you ask Coach's wife questions, and
Yeah.
she's pretty knowledgeable on the subject as well.
It's crazy how much experience like both of them have. Like you can go up to coach, ask him anything about volleyball. He has the answer for it right away. So it's awesome to have a coach like that, just ready to coach you about absolutely anything. So hard to come across for sure.
Absolutely.
So when I was going to your.
May 27th through June.
Oh, so it's coming up pretty quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. I'm very excited.
So what's the first phone before that?
I've been to Honduras.
Oh, yeah.
In like Hawaii.
That's Central America. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But-
Hawaii.
Oh, you go firsthand.
What was that?
You want to?
When I went to Honduras?
Yeah.
No, it was
Okay.
for a mission trip. Yeah, I was like 5, so don't remember much.
That is cool. And you guys are flying into where?
I don't know. Probably.
So did you get any play time on time?
Yeah, I think like 5 different games. Which will be fun. Fortunately, I can't play, but it'll be fun to watch.
Why can't you play?
I got knee surgery in January.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dislocated my kneecap back in the fall when we were playing Jack State, and then I got surgery back in January.
So you seem to be walking normal. I didn't notice anything. So obviously you're healing well.
Yes, very well.
How much more time do we have before we can get back out there?
5 more months.
So a while.
Yeah, 4 months post-op. So I'm definitely excited to get back, but it's all worth it in the end. So.
Well, it's cool that you can go.
Yeah, thankfully I can still go.
So now I've only talked to 2 volleyball girls about it, you and Carolyn Cole, and neither one of you can play. So hopefully everybody else is healthy as possible.
Kaylee play, so she will.
She'll carry the torch for all of you.
She will. She will.
You know, that's what Louisville girls are.
Very spunky.
Spunky.
Is that a term
She's
you've
looking
been
around
used
like,
to-
I don't know life. What is that all about?
Kaylee's a character. I mean, I don't know. There's no else to put it. Kaylee Walls. She's great.
Yeah, it's funny.
That's all we need to know.
Question we ask everybody: who's the most famous person in jail?
Most famous person in my life.
That's the same question.
Manu.
That's the freaking answer.
She's right here, and Mono's the answer. That's funny.
Now, what to eating? Do you starve yourself for a match, or do you?
No,
how much beforehand?
I mean, I'll eat mid-game, 4-game.
You're like each other's. The games are 20 minutes.
A funny story. My year of club, I had chicken wings in my bag. Middle of the set.
I got one in my pocket. Hold on.
I ate them in the middle of our game because I was hungry. So I mean, there's food that I like. I eat it.
I'm hoping it was a dry rub.
No, it was a glove. I can't my fingers right.
Did you use the girls' jerseys with your hands off?
I mean, that would have been better. But I could have just.
Did the ball looking like Wilson from
Castaway?
Castaway.
No.
There's like red drawings on it.
So I think it's on your that you're undecided in terms of major.
I actually just figured out my major back. I want to say March.
And it is?
Sports broadcasting and media.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
So I know what you're thinking. You know what I was thinking.
I think all 3 of us were on the same page.
We were in there.
Really?
And you know, neither here nor there, but our current intern is in the same field and was just accepted to Syracuse, which is really the holy grail of sports broadcasting.
And of course, he's the holy grail.
Well, just keep that in mind. If you're ever wanting to dabble, there's always a chair next to Larry. And
oh yeah, I'm definitely
and
interested
learn.
for sure. Yeah, that'd be something I want to do 100%.
That's awesome.
we're good with that.
Yeah. Can't let us think about the volleyball player. Go ahead. Yeah. You wouldn't not do while we just sitting there.
Right.
That's cool.
Now, how tall are you started? 6 foot now.
I want to say 5'9".
So you were already kind of tall when you started.
Oh yeah, I hit it in 5th grade, like I grew a little bean, and then stopped growing for a little bit, and then grew a little bit more.
Because I know we've had a couple of girls on the show before, you know, when you're starting in 6th grade,
Yeah.
you know, I'm this, and then everybody else keeps going, and
Yeah.
you don't, okay, I take my position now,
Exactly, yeah.
I'm more of a digger, and et cetera.
I've always been a middle.
I'll never forget when I was in 6th grade. There was a Jan Willingham. Jan was 5'1" and towered over me. And I was scared to death. Today she's 5'1". She hasn't grown.
That's hilarious.
Since 6th grade.
That's awesome.
I know, isn't that nuts?
And DeBurge is still terrified of you,
And
Jan.
I'm still terrified of you, Jan. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's cool. Well, we appreciate you coming on.
Of course. Thank y'all for having me.
And you
Absolutely.
just being a freshman, we'll put you back 10 times, especially if you're going to become an intern and work on the show.
Right. I'll be back for sure.
That'd be great.
Absolutely. One more question before you leave. Can you look up at that camera and
Did you know you were actually videoed?
Yeah, clearly not when she looked up at that. Do what? Can you look up at the camera and tell why the next volleyball superstar should pick Kennesaw State?
Oh, you should pick Kennesaw State because outside of volleyball, there's a lot of food places. It's one really big option. And 2, Kennesaw State, honestly, it's just a home. I feel like it's hard to come across a college where your coach is very simple and it's more about just having a team that's really good. He forms connections with each one of his players. So it's awesome.
That's all. We do have one more question for you from Olivia. Olivia, come up here and ask her a question.
I'm sorry.
You could be any food. What would you be?
Of course, you asked this question.
Well, but a great question.
Great question.
Started with food is why people should come here. So
If I could, I'd be a Wingstop chicken tender, extra crispy with hot honey rub on it, dipped in ranch.
That's
oddly
pretty specific.
Oddly specific.
It's so good. If you haven't, you should go and try it.
Well,
Genuinely.
we'll talk about it when we're not at Miller's Ale House.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
Hey,
y'all.
How about a big hoo for the corner? Do a couple commercials and then we'll get Kelly up here.
Yeah, you know, you just never
We
prepared.
should have just one. It's brain train.
Oh, yeah, do brain train. We'll do that. I'm sorry.
Oddly specific.
Extremely oddly specific.
Not just a normal tender,
Yeah.
a slightly crispy tender.
Okay.
There's a commercial being playing right
Commercial
now. So
Then we'll introduce you properly.
Awesome.
Make sure you're good and up close to the mic.
Okay.
Hey, it's Melissa at Brain Train Centers, the fastest growing neurofeedback provider in the world, and I have some pretty important questions for you. Do you or someone you know struggle with focus and attention, sleep, memory, or other mood issues? Or maybe you just want to achieve more in high pressure situations? Well, what if I told you you can unlock your brain's full
club on my court somehow, and he texted me, so it all worked out.
And how old were you when you first started?
I was in 6th grade. when I first started. My mom made me try out. I didn't want to try out.
Was your mom an athlete too?
Yeah, she played volleyball at Penn State.
Wow. You've got good genes there.
Yes, thankfully.
A good athletic lineage.
Very grateful.
Yeah, that's neat. Wasn't it the volleyball team, Robert, that they were all from up in the Cincinnati area, that we said they could ride together?
Yeah, they had the Knoxville, Lexington, Cincinnati.
Yeah, so they could all ride together part of the way anyway. That's cool. So when you got reached out to by KSU, what other schools had you been approached by?
Some in South Carolina, some that I, like in Indiana, that I didn't not like them, but wasn't crazy about, still kind of waiting to find the spot that I thought was perfect. And so that's when KSU reached out, thankfully.
So you didn't know anybody in your hometown who might have a little bit of pull with a local university, or was that something that you realized you really didn't want to do just because your own brand versus?
Yeah, I think obviously I love Louisville. I mean, I grew up a fan my whole life. Basically.
How did you say that? Louisville?
Louisville.
Yeah, that's what I said.
She
Louisville.
said it properly. Louisville.
Yeah, Louisville. Obviously, it's a huge part of my life still today. But I think just being there, I kind of wanted to get away and create my own life. And I think my dad and mom are also in support of that, letting me grow up and live my life and just kind of learn.
Make your own way.
Yeah, I think they're a big fan of that. And I think also I was somewhat, because, I'll still go. I'm going there next week. I'm like, I'll be on the campus. But I think being here is a good balance for me.
And what year were you born?
2005.
2005. People always talk about college coaches and how you have to go here and here. Pretty awesome that your dad's been at the same place since 07, right?
I know that we were just talking about the other day. They're like, how many years has he been there? And I'm like, I don't know, but a lot.
Yeah.
Because as long as I can remember, I've been a Louisville fan. So.
Well, but there's a decent chance, if he wasn't as successful as he was, well, we're moving to Creighton.
Yeah.
We're going here, we're going there. But you've got to have a pretty normal life.
Yes, which I'm very fortunate because it is a crazy world out there.
Absolutely.
So we asked the same thing we asked Ava. Did you play other sports?
I played tennis for a long time. I thought that was the sport. That's why I didn't want to talk about it. I thought I was going to go play tennis somewhere for 7 years. I played for 1 year, my sophomore year of high school, but that I never again. I love to watch the sport, but that is not for me to play.
You didn't like the banging
It was, the court is too big for me. There's just too much open space. I feel left alone out there. It was fine. I'm glad I did it, say I did it. But the volleyball court's much smaller, closer to people, which I like.
I'll take that.
Yeah, because there's 6 of you on the team, right? Yeah.
Yes.
And you played in all 32 games, all 32 matches? Yeah.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. I think that's what it said on her bio. Robert's looking at it. Oh, no, he's not.
I was looking at her dad's bio.
I think it's
31 matches.
31 matches, yeah. That's a lot of matches. Yeah.
It was a lot, but it was awesome to experience.
So you told us a little bit, that's the togetherness and the closeness, that's what you like about volleyball.
Yeah, the team aspect. Tennis, I think I'm kind of glad I played a solo sport and then went to a team sport, because a solo sport can be very mental, obviously. So is every sport, but you're out there by yourself. You have no one else to support you. I think that's what really drew me to a team sport. I like volleyball. You have your teammates there, and they can pick you up. Unlike tennis, you have people on the other side of the fence, but you have no one else out there with you, really.
Right. And it's always better to go the same direction you did, from a singular to a team sport, because when you do that, they say you're a great person. If you leave the team sport, you're like, okay, the lone wolf over there doesn't want to deal with your shortcomings, so that's good.
Yeah. So where is you're from Louisville, but we've got players from a lot further away than you, right?
Yes. Obviously, Manu.
She wins every
away,
award.
She's a bit far
But
away.
she's graduated now, though, right?
Yeah, she's graduating in December.
Yeah.
Oh, this coming
think-
December? So she got one more season then to play.
Yeah, so she'll play this fall. Yeah, one more season, I think.
Yeah. And then I think she told us she's going home.
Yeah, it's
when
always
she's
so
graduating.
interesting. People are like, oh, yeah, I'm never leaving Atlanta. Like, what do you do? Oh, I'm getting out of here.
Well, she was like, guys, I'm going. I'll miss y'all, but I'm going back home. You're like, okay, you do you.
You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Now, how do you feel about Atlanta compared to Louisville?
It's definitely a lot bigger of a city. People don't think Louisville's a city. I mean, there are some big buildings. It's got some construction to it, but Atlanta is definitely
A little
much
bigger.
larger scale. Personally, I love the city feel. I like how we're a distance away, but you can still go in like whenever you want.
To
Really.
the Battery, you're not that far from the
Yeah,
Battery.
it's also
whatever.
just new experiences. Obviously, like never been to a Braves game. Went the other night. That was awesome. Just having to be or like have the opportunity to do stuff like that, I think, is what drew me here.
Instead of just going to see the Louisville Bats.
Yeah, I mean, those are great. I think I went one time when I was a kid. Love them, but it's definitely a massive
Minor league
stadium.
baseball team.
Minor
Yes.
league baseball team.
Yeah. You have like a little Yum Brands. You have an arena name.
Oh, the KFC Yum Center?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yum Brands. Yeah. One of the restaurants they represent. It was fun. I don't think I've been to Louisville. I've been to an office in Nashville that they had here, but I'd love to go to Louisville. I've never been up
It's a
there.
nice town, and
Yeah,
there's,
Robert's from Ohio, just north.
oh yeah, but no, like the opposite side.
Oh, is it?
I went a couple years ago. I went to a Reds game and then went down to Louisville for the Angels Envy in downtown, and then there was a really cool restaurant on the river. Where like it's wide open, it's close to the People Bridge.
Yeah,
you can go
the
into
Walking
Indiana.
Bridge, yeah.
And just you can always see when you're in an area and you're like, okay, this is the normal around here. You know, to everybody else, what is this? Very cool.
Indian City, sure.
So what do you miss about being home?
Well, my friends, obviously, my dad's in Louisville, I'm in South Carolina, so
Okay.
I'll split my time, which for her, I love the beach, love going to the beach. I
She at Charleston?
Charleston,
Sweet.
Right
love it.
outside, no, awesome.
What city actually?
Mount Pleasant, so
There
right
you
across
go.
the bridge. It's kind of like the so-called like Louisville, the city, like trickle down, to kind of go to the beach. It's like perfect world.
And
Have you been to Derby?
Yes, I've been fortunate enough to go the past 2 years.
Oh,
and
you went
it's-
this year in the
No,
mud?
no, fortunately not this year, but
2 years
my
before.
senior year and junior year of high school, I went.
and fabulous hats both times.
I try. Mine are as glamorous as mine are really, like, no, I still didn't F a hat
what
or
it
a
comes down to.
fascinator.
That's neat. That's something I go to a party most years. They didn't have it here, but we got a event, and they're all about Kentucky Derby.
Yeah, it's honestly crazy. I'm very fortunate to experience it because like when they talk about it here in Atlanta, everyone's like, "Oh, it's my dream to go," and it's weird because like it's in my hometown. Like I pass by it. It's right off the campus.
you don't even think twice about
Yeah,
it.
it's just weird to think about that kind of stuff.
It's a crazy weekend, though.
Oh,
Always
it's
first
insane.
Saturday night, right? Yeah,
I believe so.
yeah.
And I personally have always wanted to go as well, but I think this has been a good year because of the weather. It's much smaller than it normally. Because sometimes you look at it, it's like beautiful sky. Oh my goodness!
They still had over 100,000 people.
Crazy. It's not that big of a town.
Was your mother?
My mother was a mother. Her mother was her.
It's a Seinfeld episode. I mean, yeah.
She's close to the horse track. She knows what a mutter is.
Yeah, oh yeah, she knows what mother is. That's cool. So we talked to Ava a little bit. Guys, getting ready to head over to Europe.
Yeah.
Do you
that's
know
crazy.
anything more about where you're going or where you're landing or any of that stuff?
Or do you need all money?
Okay, I think we're landing in Prague.
Okay, that's what she guessed. So
Yay! We're
Who's
land-
that, Larry?
Me, probably.
No.
We're landing in Prague, and then I think we're going to Germany next, Berlin, and some other 2 towns, and then we're finishing in Denmark. I believe.
do you think Manu's going to get back on the plane or is she just staying?
Oh, she's staying. She's actually staying this summer, so works out for her.
Have fun.
No,
a
pretty
couple
much.
months.
So you're going to Berlin, and you know Falcons are going to be playing in Berlin this fall
Oh, I didn't know that.
against the Colts.
That's crazy.
So take a picture of the stadium they're going to be playing.
okay,
That
I
would be
will.
fun.
I will.
Yeah. Do you have a place to play other than the
Center, which
I was saying
could be-
Fifth Third, but that's not
Which
it.
could be called something else.
Yeah.
I would say it was pretty neat to play at WKU because my dad's side of the family is up there, so they
Red
were able to
blobs.
come down. Yeah, I've never seen that thing in person. I did not expect it to actually look like a big red blob,
We
but
talked about Big Red Line, we did that.
but it was awesome. I think my grandparents came, my aunts, they'd never seen me play. I mean, they did high school, they did 1 or 2 matches, so it was awesome to have them there.
So Western Kentucky is probably what, 20 minutes away, 30 minutes away?
It's like an hour and a half.
Oh, is it?
It's more lower.
I know it's by that place, and I went there the same
think
day, but
so.
I guess I was driving down interstates, and
Yeah, it's a good bit away, not like too far, but within the state.
so. But when you do have a match at the Red Blobs, do you think you'll have a lot of people come visit?
I think so. I mean, compared to last time, there was a good. I'm hoping next time they'll continue to come down and watch me.
Do you know the fall yet?
I do have it, but I don't know it. I
Okay.
didn't look at it. It was just kind of sent out, and I kind of scanned over it.
So no place to jump out and say, man, I can't go there.
Oh, New Mexico. I could play New Mexico. I've been there before. New state for me, so I'm excited to go there and just see what it's like
What's the farthest you go home for?
during our season.
No, just in general.
honestly, I think my farthest I've been from home, I could be because I don't know. I went to El Paso. I've never been that far.
That's
close
right,
to New Mexico.
Yeah,
right
I've
on the
never
border.
been that far west ever, and it was crazy. Like, it just kind of, there was no grass. Could barely, it was very weird, obviously. That was definitely a different experience.
Absolutely. When did you go there? This year?
Yeah, I think closer to the end of our season, we went.
Gotcha.
Played UTEP, right?
Yes.
The Miners. Yeah. Do you have a game match that you played in that stands out to you?
I think our weekend against Liberty, both games, I think one went to 5 sets and one went to 4 sets. And they were both very exciting because I kind of knew we had a rivalry, but didn't really know, obviously being a freshman coming in, like, how much people cared about it. But one of those sets was a crazy games. And that was a really fun kind of series for those games to be a part of. Yeah, like not I think. It's like a kind of 2-game weekend or whatever.
Let me ask you this. This is a random question.
What do we get commercials in first, and then we'll ask
Let's
that. So a couple more questions for
Microphone over there. Always that one.
Kayla, but first we're going to get our commercials.
Tired of going to the same old places for the same old thing? American Access has a solution. When you're looking for something new to do before or after the game, mobile workouting ever, or just wanting to take something else off your bucket list, American has their 3.5 Atlanta locations waiting for you in Marietta, Tucker, downtown at the Works, and the uber cool new mobile access experience that can be set up wherever you need. Keep an eye out for them at upcoming events and festivals. Look them up on the web, or just give them a call at 678-63-3635. 678-63-3635 to schedule your next adventure.
Making preparations for when you're not around anymore is not easy. Nobody likes outer mortality. And we talk about it next week, doesn't always fit into the and that's why you should contact our friend Ron Smith at Senior Insurance. Whether you're being buried or cremated, costs keep going up, but you can lock in a price today and take this final expense off your to-do list. Do your loved ones a favor and take care of your final expense so that when your time does come knocking, they won't have to worry about it. If you are age 1 to 85, they have a plan ready for you. So please contact our friend Ron Smith and his 440-561-0758.
Which one?
That's 440-561-0758. And we thank you, Ron, and we thank you, Dan Fisher, for being sponsors of the Owl Show and here with Kaylee Walls. I'm going to go ahead and ask. Oh, Robert, go ahead and ask your question.
I don't remember what I was going to ask.
It was off the cuff, is what you. So I apologize for updating.
No, you're good.
I know the answer to this question, but who's the most famous person in your cell phone?
Oh, I bet. Well, no.
Either my dad or my mom, or one of them. Which
Well,
is kinda
that's
weird
brownie
to say.
points.
Point for Mom and Dad.
Or
There's-
Coach Keith.
I was going to say there's no correct answer, but don't my
I was going to say, those are 3 really good answers. One's going to put you in the game, and the other 2 are going to pay for a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
That's funny. So I think Olivia Burge, Olivia, do you have a question for Kaylee? Come up to the mic, honey.
So worried.
My question is, what animal would you be and why?
Okay.
Oh, if you could be an animal, and why?
Wow, it worked.
Hey, our newsman, Gary Brackett.
I'll be here all night.
We need it.
Good. Thank you.
Perfect. If I could be an animal, I would be my favorite animal, which is a sand dollar, because all they do.
Talk about off the wall answers.
You know, just look at the excitement on the question, the answer's face. She's like, oh my God, this is right.
Yeah, she loves that I said that answer. But no, because they just sit in the ocean and they just go with the waves. Does that not sound awesome?
Well, mine would be involved too, but I would be a
But not-
dolphin.
Yeah, mine's definitely more chill side of an animal.
Dolphins always got a smile on their face. They take the sharks out, swim all day, be happy. Play ball with people.
My son-in-law is terrible. He says they do awful things to people, but I won't get into that today. He's very chill. I don't even know if you call it chill. You know, it has no face. It has nothing. You know, the only time I know that there's a sand dollar when I accidentally break it when I step on it.
Well, yeah.
So that's not the greatest life.
No, but when I go to the beach, I always pick them up, and they're just on the ground with the waves.
You get those in Charleston?
Yeah.
I've never been to Charleston, you know?
Charleston lived a little over here. I lived on a island on the side.
Bye, Stetson. Our youngest fan.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. So, where do you want to go? Where do you go that you haven't been for?
Well, I would say overseas, but we're going there. That's awesome. That's always been my dream, kind of just overseas. Maybe Australia, somewhere like I want to go to.
Australia?
Yes. Are there a lot of starfish there?
I have no idea.
They got the biggest, coral, so I'm sure they got plenty
yes.
down there.
That'd be fun.
That's a solid answer. I don't know what. So let me ask you this: Nebraska and their massive volleyball teams. Is that something that volleyballers are like? Wow, I wish I was Lincoln for something like that. Is that?
Oh yeah, it's definitely crazy. I think even though all of us obviously weren't there, it's awesome to see the sport and you have a football team. That's insane.
It is.
Yeah, that's insane. And I think it's such a big volleyball. I think it's something of now, but it's just awesome. Like, you don't have to be there to feel the growth that volleyball is having, and it's just amazing to be a part of.
And have you been to the pro team here? Is that something you guys are going to do in the future?
No, not yet. I really want to go, especially with players coming from Penn State and Louisville. I think it'd be awesome to see how the rest.
Did you have experience playing beyond college?
I don't know. I think obviously it's an awesome experience to play pro. I don't know if I will or not. It's not something I'm dying to, but not something I'm totally against. So I think however I'm feeling after my 4 years or whatever I'm doing, I'll see.
So, Ava told us she likes the closest of everybody. Do you like that too?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. I mean, it's like I know more than everyone involved in the program. I mean, like, and I think that's really hard to say for all the programs around. Like, I can go and talk to anyone and not just, oh my gosh, how was your day? Like, I can really talk to them and like know how they're doing and see how they're feeling. It's awesome because like everyone does it for me too, and I do that for everyone. So if like that and have such a big support, even for someone that's not from here, it's just like amazing.
Everybody's come across true and genuine.
Oh yeah,
That's
it's awesome.
What have you done here in Atlanta?
Oh my gosh. I was in the aquarium and I learned about it.
Did you see the starfish?
Yes, I saw the starfish. Ava and I went over the summer before we even got here, and just like that, like hanging out with my other teammate before season even starts, we get here. Like just kind of stuff like that is what makes us so special.
Did you know each other before you got here?
We met one time. I met most of the freshman club during my senior season before I got here, but I'd never really hung out, like spent quality time with the freshmen.
Pretty cool. So, somewhere out there in the world, there is just the greatest setter, the greatest kill shot artist, the greatest dig girl, and she's debating on whether she should go to Rutgers or Kennesaw State or maybe another school. Look into that kid and tell them why they should come here.
You should come here because it truly is family with also an amazing, awesome volleyball team. I think many programs can say that they're as connected and loving and have that family as we do. It's honestly so amazing to be part of. When I leave here, I know I'll be in contact with all the girls on my team. No, we're leaving. Nicole, she's probably gonna, obviously she's going, but like I'll stay in contact with her forever. Like if we can, just like I don't think any programs can really truly say they're
She's
as
from
connected.
Lexington.
Yes, so we're pretty much awesome. But I don't think many people are lucky enough to say that they are a part of a team that is so family.
She just had to be last week. Yeah. She's been on the show before. She just had her graduation.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a good to come again.
So something that Ava said, she's still coaching on the side. Is that something that you think you'd ever enjoy? It turns out you might have a little coaching in the bloodstream.
Yes, personally, I can't see myself as a coach. Maybe I'll do it in the future. I think I'm good at coaching myself, but I don't know if I could tell someone what they're doing wrong necessarily. Not that I would never do it. I just don't think I'm the best or am dying to do it in the future now.
I just came up with that question that I forgot earlier.
Well, go for it.
You seem like you're very eloquent when speaking. Do you think that comes from having a coach for a dad who is used to giving great, we're going to try harder this week and we're going to go back
Coach
to the
speak.
grind. Yeah, coach speak, player speak.
I've definitely been to a couple radio shows in the past.
Okay.
So I've kind of seen how he's interacted with the people he's talking to, and even just being around him in settings like those games or after games and who he's talking to. It's kind of taught me and made sure I know kind of how to interact and how to speak. I've learned a lot from him, which I'm very grateful for, and I think it's just stuff like that I don't really notice, but
Sure.
he made it a big point for me to learn and do, so.
That's awesome.
I think, being around him for sure.
And I meant to ask Ava this too, but have you ever played beach volleyball? And
Yes.
How different is that from a sick person going down to two?
It's a big difference. I don't know if people realize necessarily, but it's like,
It's a lot more exertion. Is it?
oh, for sure.
It's harder to jump in the sand as well.
Oh, I was about to say, like, you think you jump on the sand and it's like, I'm barely jumping on the sand. It's crazy.
Sure, because you could be out of a hole.
That's exactly. You could be jumping, but the net stays the same height because the sand could be lower where you are or higher. It's crazy.
And we did ask her, but have you been up to Lake Point? They have a lot of volleyball up there.
Yes, I actually worked some indoor and beach tournaments this past year, which I've been very fortunate to connect with them, to meet them. Also, like Sally, the people that also play pro teams, which is a great connection. But yes, I have been up there to watch some volleyball.
But not yet.
No.
You said to work some. Is it hurry or?
It's just kind of like help with the tournament, keep it on track, see what the courts are doing, and like for the beach level aspect, I'll just it's kind of like a training tournament director. I am. I think I'm cleared now to be a director. I wasn't in training. I'm good now to be a director.
And you know what you want to be at?
No.
You don't have to. It's okay.
I don't.
Do you know if you want to grow up?
Honestly, right now, I can't believe freshman year's over. I'm like, that went by insanely quick. And I always say that, but I'm like, I did not realize how fast it would go by. So right now, I'm just hoping that it goes by a little bit slower. But I do not know what I want to be when I grow up.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm just trying to figure out. This is what I want to do when I grow up.
I just wanted to be like Larry.
Everybody wants to be like Larry. That's fun. Well, we sure enjoyed the volleyball girls on, haven't we?
Absolutely. Looking forward to your May 27th Europe.
Oh, yes.
Rooting for all. When you go up against a team and they
Oh, yeah. Experience.
Well, we'll get a picture with you girls.
Okay.
We'll be there in about 2 minutes. But thanks again.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Big move, Kelly. Will, he's all over the place. So it was a fun show.
Absolutely. Neither one were very talkative or anything else.
No, they
all on us this week.
we had a lot of covering to do.
Yeah.
That's funny. Olivia, we want to come here for a second, Olivia. Put you on for a second. Put you on for a second. We wanted to thank Olivia for coming with these girls, for providing us with such in-depth answers, what food and what you would like to be.
Of course.
She's star.
How's the world treating you? Are you ready? For it?
Oh, of course. Yeah, I'm still.
You get the play, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I do.
So, have you ever been to Europe?
Oh, no, I haven't.
That's awesome.
I know.
What a great time.
It'll be a new experience for sure.
Well, we just wanted you to come and say hi to you.
Of course.
Oh, good. No, you're welcome. Thank you, Steve.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Oh, you bet. All right.
She's a dragon, right?
Was Robert here on the show
I don't think.
No, that's somebody
It might
else.
have been Will. I don't know.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so.
One of my fellas.
Good to see you, Doll. Thank you so much.
Thanks.
So now we've had 3 fabulous volleyball players on.
Just today.
Yeah, today. And we certainly look forward to them running out to Europe here in a couple of weeks. It's really 2 weeks. 2 weeks
Yeah,
yesterday.
I just hope it doesn't end up in the news that Prague never was still being like that.
Yeah. All right, so I want you on your trip up in Indiana.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Hope you have a good trip to Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, and the Conference USA Championships.
Absolutely.
Go out. So until then, we thank everybody for coming out tonight. Cole Oden, thanks Lee, Carrick, Will, Allison, Ray, Rex, thanks everybody coming out. We look forward to next week right here on the Owl Show. Until then, hooty hoo! Shoot! Come here, let's get a picture of the girls. Put on.